Hey everyone, okay, so today we're talking all about, are you actually attracting the clients that you want to work with? And by this I mean, maybe there's a certain dream client that you would love to work with, or maybe you've had a past client who you just absolutely loved working with. They were so easy, so good to work with. They did the things that they need to do, they paid, they didn't make excuses, all that kind of stuff. If you're a service provider, you know the difference between a good client and a not good client. But there can be a disconnect in your brand and your website, and that could be the make or break, basically, depending whether or not you get the clients that you want to work with or you get the not so great clients. So how do we take you from having a website that, yes, maybe you're getting inquiries, maybe you've got clients, you've got a business that you love, you're doing what you love, but the clients aren't all that great, or maybe you're getting 10 inquiries a month, but they're all ghosting you. And how do we go from clients and inquiries like that to inquiries that are like, hell yes, I want to work with you. Let's go straight to the top. We're doing this thing. And they're the type of clients that they will pay 50% upfront. They'll pay in full. They'll be dream clients to work with, and they won't beat around the bush and make your job harder than it needs to be. So the way that you present your brand and your website and your message and your copy could be ruining this if you have an amazing offer, an amazing service, amazing program, but the clients that are coming in are not the kind of people that you want to work with. So that's where the disconnect is happening. I know that you didn't start your business to only be working with the freebie seekers or the discount seekers or the Walmart rollback deals. I know that that's not why you're here, because it's not the kind of clients that I enjoy working with either. And thankfully, it's not the kind of clients that I've had. I've had really amazing clients, and I'm so grateful for that worldwide. But premium clients and clients who want to pay, they are looking for results. They don't need to be handheld. They don't need to be walked through all this stuff. They're quick decision makers. They're ready to invest. They know they have a problem, and they know that they are looking for someone who has the right solution for them, and you can be that person. But if you're not speaking to them properly in your messaging and in your copy and in your branding and in your website, then they're not going to want to hire you, and they're not going to want to work with you. So we're going to fix that today. Now, here's where most people get it wrong, especially in their social media, through their brand message and on their website. They immediately speak to all the pain points and the struggles and all the things going wrong for your dream client. And you have to stop doing that. You have to stop putting them into that almost like victim mentality website, or you have to stop putting them into the victim mentality mindset, not website, because that is where they're going to be, and you're going to attract more people who are just going through those problems, and they need like that hand holding. They need to be told like, yes, I believe in you, you can do it. They need to be like cheered on in order to work with you. And so you have to speak to them in their power. And what I mean by this is high value clients and people who aren't going to need to be handheld through every little thing don't want to feel small or desperate. That's not who they are. That's not where they're at. So they want to feel empowered and confident in their decision. And you have to use your website to do that so that it leads them to buy.
So your messaging on your website should position them as capable and sophisticated versus weak, and present your expertise and your solutions as the key to unlocking what they want. So for example, let's say you're a law firm and your message is, are you overwhelmed by complex legal issues and you don't know where to start? Versus if we flip that into a much more powerful message that says, you deserve counsel that can expertly navigate the intricacies of law while safeguarding your business and protecting your success. See how different that sounds? Now, here's another one. Let's say you're a wealth advisor. Here would be weak messaging. Just saying, worried about your retirement funds, versus something along the lines of, build the financial legacy you've always envisioned with expert strategies to tailor to your specific goals. Using that different language and putting them into their power elevates the status in their mind and aligns you as a trusted partner in their journey. So stop always going directly to the pain and the struggle. You need to start talking about where they want to go and what that can look like, and getting them into that frame of mind first. Your brand and website can literally be the difference between attracting those dream clients that you absolutely love to work with, or those clients that keep you spinning your wheels and with price objections and every objection underneath the sun and undervaluing what you do. So if you feel like you've been struggling to book those high level clients, or you are always trying to have to over explain your value and convince people and prove to people what you do actually helps them, or you're always lowering your prices and giving people discounts when they ask with all their 5 million objections, you have to reevaluate and think, are you actually truly speaking to the clients that you really want to be working with? Is your brand and your message showcasing that? Or do you need to sit down and completely reevaluate it? So you probably already guessed that this is going to come at some point, but beyond your language and your messaging and the words that you're using, if your brand and your website look cheap, they're going to want discounts and they aren't going to see the value in you at all. Because unless that all works together, it's not going to get you the results that you want. Because if your brand and your website look outdated, and to be perfectly honest, websites have changed so much even in the past 2 years. If compared to when I started in 2014, those websites versus the websites that were happening in 2020 till now, and they're going to keep on changing, it is moving fast and it's changing. And if your website and your online presence looks outdated, most people are Googling you or finding you on their phone, looking at your website. And if it's a crappy experience right from the get-go, do you really think that they're going to want to work with you and hire you and think that it's going to be a good experience if that first impression isn't all that great? Because whether or not we like it, first impressions matter, especially on Google and your website and your online presence. That could be the make or break between someone choosing you and going to your competitors. So I want you to take a second and sit back and think, am I actually speaking to the person who I want to work with? Or is there a mix up in my brand, in my website, in my social media presence, and in the language that I'm using? Am I actually speaking to the person that is going to want to be in this offer or to do this service XYZ? So I want you to take a second and sit back and ask yourself, do my brand and website look like the type of client that I want to attract? Next, I want you to ask, does my social media content attract the type of clients that I want to attract? Am I actually putting out there, like, step out of your own shoes, take like a high level view at your website and pretend that you are your ideal client? Or better yet, go ask past clients why they hired you. Think about your dream clients. What about them did you love working with? Why do you want more of them? And go back and ask them, or find potential clients and ask them have a look at your website and say, or your brand and say, would you hire me? And then next, you want to make sure that you're using consistent tone, style, and message throughout everything. Because if there's multiple disconnects, or you're speaking to all these pain points here, and then all of a sudden you're just calling them out, it's really, really negative, then you're not going to attract those positive, empowered clients that do the things that you want them to do and are amazing to work with. So I want you to take a second and ask yourself, does my brand and website actually look like it's going to attract the type of clients that I want to attract? And does my brand and website look like, does it match and align with where I want to go, not just where I'm at? So I hope that you are taking a second to reevaluate where your brand and your messaging and your website is at, and if it's actually calling in the clients that you truly want to work with. So if you have any questions, please drop them down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. I'll see you in the next one.